Okay, don't be PTS. How do you know you're PTS? Usually you don't. You're running along and you start to become PTS, and you put a lot of effort in it, and finally that's why you got to have a group around you, because somebody's going to tap you on your shoulder, usually my wife, and says, listen, some PTS-ness here. Who's causing the suppression and turbulation? See, nothing got done today. See, somebody just blew off an important client. You got to handle that right away. And you got to be willing for somebody else to come to you and say, you know, something's up, you're PTS, you're causing trouble, you know, you're turbulated, you look out of sorts. You got to be able to, you know, and you got to tell people, tell me that. If you don't see me FNing, FNing students and PCs, right? If you don't see me as a practitioner, I'm talking to you as a practitioner, you're going to go out and do this. Get people to flag you. You know, because sometimes you can't see the forest because of the trees, right? Sometimes you can't see it. You're personally involved in it, or they re-stimulated you and you don't know it. Handle it right away. Another very important thing. This is not only for you guys, because some of you guys are successful. Is the people who are going to see this is do not pick up clinic cases. Leave those for psychologists and psychiatrists. Scientology's for the able. I used to have that a lot, right? People used to bring me clean. Oh, I got somebody for you. I mean, they go out and dig up these guys. For me. Yeah, I could. And at one point I was going, boy, the gods must be testing my ass, you know, because they are sending me some pretty doggone people off the gutter here, you know. What have I done? So I introvert, look for my overts, right? How come I'm in, you know, being such a big clinic cases? Don't pick any. Don't get them. They'll destroy. It's to me they're just as bad or worse, and it's suppressive. At least you know who that is, or somebody's PTS. Clinic case will eat up your time and energy, and a lot of times they don't even have money to pay you. It's not fair to your other clients. It's not fair to your spouse or your sibling or anybody. It's not fair even to you. Because they'll eat up your time and energy, and all right, well, how many hours have I spent on clinic cases? You know, there was a guy that showed up, definitely a clinic case. I audited him for 2 hours. I gave him back his $10,000 he gave me, cash. I could have used it. I had 3 kids. He was mocking up more case than we could ever audit out. I mean, we'll audit that out. It'd be something like this. It'll be like floating tone arm, great wind. I just went exterior. Fantastic. This is another guy. And so we go, oh, we better take a break, you know, and go down. So we walked down to the store and got some Coke or something. Took a break. And on the way back, he goes, you know, Ray, I don't know if I got anything out of that. Who was I talking to? You know what I mean? Schizophrenic. I didn't bother to find out. I kicked the guy out. You know, it's like, it's not for everybody. No, I couldn't help him. I sent him off. I do refer people out now. I do refer people out. And I refer people out to specialists, you know. There's a specialist out there on different things, and I would send, I don't have any back off and sending somebody else out or referring to somebody. So, yeah. I'm not starving. I don't need it. You don't either. See, they need you. They come to you like, you need me. No, you don't need them. Okay, I'm just giving you my successful actions. Another successful action is I continue to get educated. I listen to these guys up here. They may have something I could use. You know, if I can't find a Hubbard meter on the internet and Hank's got a good workable meter, I'm going to get it. How do I know he's got one? Because I network. You know, somebody else told me the other day. I think you did, that on the internet he found somebody with a quantum. You know, so I keep networking. I keep finding out what people are doing. Oh, how did that meter work for you, and stuff like that. And then when I got out of the church, like I told you earlier, I went and found somebody who knew how to do power. I went and found somebody who knew how to do knots. I went and found somebody. You know, I just didn't rely on my own. Even though I'm Key Life grad and I think I could assimilate and read and simulate anything, give me some time and do it, I still go to the practitioner who's been trained and who's mastered it. See, then I get into a mastery mode. Another thing I do that's a little different.
One quick comment.
Yeah.
Just to say, mentors are so important. We should all be mentors in here.
Yeah. Yeah, there are people looking for you guys that need you in your own community.
Yeah.
This place should be mobbed. Yeah. Okay, another thing different in some of the practitioners out there is when someone comes in, they want to do Scientology Dianetics, right? They come in. Yeah, you could do a once handle thing, which is a review auditing type of technique, and to get the guy offending and so forth. But my success is to put them on the bridge. It gives them a direction. It gives them hope. It gives them a purpose to come in tomorrow and pay for 12 and a half hours. Otherwise, you're just going to be paying. They're just going to be paying you by the hour. Fix me today. What that happens when you do that, you get into a codependency, and it's big for your ego, but it doesn't get them up the bridge. It doesn't. There's no final thing to it. You have a codependent populace around you. Everyone's depending on you, and then pretty soon they're just hanging around you just to soak up your theta. And you feel like you got all these piranhas around you, you know, and you feel tired at the end of the day instead of, you know, awake and charged up. You know, you feel all tired because they're taking your theta, using up your energy, because they can't get through their bank because you haven't really cleared them, keyed them out, cleared one subject. You haven't taught them to clear themselves or to clear or to reach those higher levels. See? You know, one time there was a practitioner that accused me of, "Hey Ray, you got a lot of upper level stuff. You want to keep it all to yourself." Not. I'm willing to train anybody here, and all I know. You just got to get on the course and on the check sheet. If you're not willing to do that, then I ain't going to give it to you. Because I've seen too many people abuse the tech and change it and mess people up. You know, I have a friend who was quickly audited by one of these guys who gets stuff off the net and declares himself class 12. That friend I've known for over 20 years wound up in the mental ward. And he's still on psych drugs today. You know, it's not funny. Screwing people up with this stuff is not funny. Mm-hmm. Unless you're trained correctly, you're going to do it. And if you do it, even as a practitioner, unintentionally, there's ways to fix it. Or you could always find somebody, if you're networking, and fix it and get it fixed. So there's, you know, don't be afraid to audit. There's always that mind protection thing Robert talks about. But in this case, there was upper level stuff that the guy threw him into and he couldn't handle it. He wasn't ready for it.